Welcome back to Kitch More. I'm Teacher Jen, and in today's video, we're diving into a topic that many of you have requested. But before we jump right into it, if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. By the way, I'm already qualified for super thanks, so if you want to support more, don't hesitate to click that thanks button just below this video. Now let's talk about today's video. We'll be exploring about the TRF with study guides and examples that I will later show to you, so please watch until the end. Without further ado, let's dive right into Teacher Reflection Form for Deped Ranking of Teacher 1 Applicants. First, let us know the definition of TRF. According to Deped Order Number 7 Series of 2023, a TRF or Teacher Reflection Form is used to demonstrate how the teacher applicant exhibits each of the non-classroom observable indicators by writing down narratives and reflection based on specific situations and experiences as guided by prompt questions. Teacher reflection allows the teachers to assess and examine their teaching practices, experiences, and outcomes to gain insights and make improvements for the good of our dear clienteles. What you see here is the TRF or the Teacher Reflection Form. So it states here the direction that says, share how you were able to exhibit the objectives by writing specific solutions from your experience as a teacher, as a practicum student, or any other related instances. Be guided by the questions or prompts provided. Limit your response to a maximum of 10 sentences. Based on the given directions, you are required to reflect on your experiences as a teacher, practicum student, or any other related instances. It asks you to share how you were able to exhibit specific objectives and provide solutions based on your experiences. So this is the TRF with the prompt 1. This is the prompt 2, prompt 3, and prompt 4. Let's now proceed to the 4 PPST non-classroom observable indicators covered in our TRF. As shown here, we have the following 4 NCOI or NCOI from the PPST. We have PPST 6.1.2, maintain learning environment that are responsive to community contexts. PPST 6.3.2, review regularly personal teaching practices using existing laws and regulations that apply to the teaching profession and the responsibilities specified in the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. PPST 7.2.2, adopt practices that uphold the dignity of teaching as a profession by exhibiting qualities such as caring attitude, respect, and integrity. And the last one, PPST 7.3.2, participate in professional networks to share knowledge and to enhance experience. These are the rubrics for grading your accomplished TRF. First, if you want to get the perfect score of 5 points, you have to be guided by the following. The applicant was able to provide anecdotal and situational examples that support the demonstration of the objective. The examples, justifications, practices, instances provided by the applicant are aligned with the objective and showcase the applicant's deep understanding of the objective. The response contained little to no grammatical and technical errors. The applicant has good command of the language used. Next, you will get the score of 3 points if the applicant was able to give examples, justifications, practices, or instances that somehow do not fully align with the objective. The response demonstrated limited understanding of the objective. The response contained few grammatical and technical errors. However, this did not greatly affect the quality of the response. Lastly, you will get the score of 1 point if the applicant was unable to support or provide evidence of his or her demonstration ability to demonstrate the objective. The examples, justifications, practice, or instances do not align with the objective and demonstrate a little to no understanding of the objective. The response contains several grammatical and technical errors which interfere with the understanding of the ideas presented. We are finally here on the study guide and examples in accomplishing or answering the prompts or questions in the TRF. But before we dive into it, if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. And if you want to support me more, don't hesitate to click the thanks button just below this video. Please note that the examples provided on the next slides are just guide for you to have an idea, but they do not promise to be the best or correct answers. Remember that your answers to these prompts are better when they are based on your own context and experiences. Let's now have the first prompt based from the Objective 6. Maintain learning environment that are responsive to community context. The question is, how do you maintain a learning environment that is responsive to your community's context? Describe the context in your area and share teacher practices that contribute to further improvement of your community. To answer this question, let us be guided by the following outline. Remember that our prompt should be answered with a maximum of 10 sentences. So it is a challenge that you will be able to provide a clear and concise answer which targets the objective so that you can get the highest score of 5 points. Here are the key ideas that will lead you in answering the prompt 1. First, creating a responsive learning environment. Begin your answer by acknowledging the importance of maintaining a learning environment that is responsive to the community's context because through this, you can effectively cater to the diverse needs, backgrounds, and experiences of your students. Second is context of your community. You will describe the specific context of your area, considering factors such as cultural diversity, socioeconomic levels, and any unique challenges or strengths of your learners. Third, teacher practices for community improvement. Highlight teacher practices that contribute to the improvement of the community, focusing on those that align with the specific context of your community. You may choose a maximum of 3 practices of the teacher or 3 practices of you to discuss in detail, explaining how they address the community's needs and enhance the learning environment. So you can focus on the use of culturally relevant materials in your teaching, family and community engagement, and of course the use of differentiated instructions to address your diverse learners. Next, impact of teacher practices. You may provide examples or anecdotes to illustrate how these practices have positively impacted students and the community. Then, ongoing professional development. Here you will emphasize the importance of ongoing professional development for you to continually improve your practices in response to the community's needs. And lastly, your conclusion. Conclude your statement by reaffirming your commitment to maintaining a responsive learning environment that supports and uplifts the community and your learners. Here is an example guide for you to be able to get an idea for answering the TRF. You can expound it and provide more specific details, but make sure to follow the required number of sentences given as limit for your answer. Now let's proceed to the prompt 2 based on Objective 7. Review regularly personal teaching practice using existing laws and regulations that apply to the teaching profession and the responsibilities specified in the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. The question is, how do you develop your teaching practice in accordance with the existing laws that apply to teaching and the responsibilities specified in the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers? How do you develop your teaching practice in accordance with existing regulations? This outline will be your guide in answering the prompt 2. In your prompt, mention about developing teaching practice in accordance with laws and ethics. Acknowledge the importance of developing your teaching practice in accordance with existing laws and regulations, such as Republic Act No. 7836 and the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Include also the significance of staying informed. Highlight the significance of staying informed about the current legal framework by actively engaging in professional development opportunities, attending seminars, and reviewing educational policies. Also include actions for compliance. Discuss the specific actions you take to ensure compliance with legal requirements and ethical responsibilities outlined in the Code of Ethics. You can also include integration of principles. Emphasize the importance of maintaining professional conduct, respecting student rights, and fostering an inclusive learning environment as guided by the Code of Ethics. And lastly, include your commitment to alignment. Provide examples of how you integrate the principles of professional conduct, student welfare, and an inclusive learning environment into your teaching practice, ensuring alignment with the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act and the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Include also your commitment to alignment. Provide examples of how you integrate the principles of professional conduct, student welfare, and an inclusive learning environment into your teaching practice, ensuring alignment with the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act and the Code of Ethics. Here is a sample guide for you to be able to get an idea for answering the TRF. Again, you can expound it and provide more specific details to it. We are now here on prompt 3 based on objective 8. Adopt practices that uphold the dignity of teaching as a profession by exhibiting the qualities such as caring attitude, respect, and integrity. The question is, in which practices do you show care, respect, and integrity to learners, colleagues, parents, and other education stakeholders? How do these practices uphold the dignity of the teaching profession? This is an outline that will guide you in answering prompt 3. You may mention the following in your answer. First, demonstrating care, respect, and integrity in education. Identify specific practices that demonstrate care, respect, and integrity towards learners, colleagues, parents, and other education stakeholders. Next, practices of care. Explain how you create a supportive and inclusive learning environment, addressing individual student needs and promoting their well-being. Third one, practices of respect. Discuss practices that reflect active listening, valuing diverse perspectives, and treating everyone with fairness and equality. Practices of integrity highlight the importance of maintaining professional ethics, being transparent and honest in communication, and ensuring confidentiality. Lastly, you can include this: upholding the dignity of the teaching profession. So emphasize how these practices uphold the dignity of the teaching profession by fostering positive relationships, trust, and a sense of belonging among all stakeholders. Here is a sample guide for you to be able to get an idea for answering the prompt 3. Let's now proceed to the last prompt based on Objective 9, which states this: participate in professional networks to share knowledge and to enhance practice. The question is, what co-curricular and or extracurricular organizations and or activities did you participate in that enabled you to share your knowledge and enhance your teaching practice? How did your membership in this organization or participation in this activity contribute to your professional development? Now you can answer the question using this guide. So you can mention the following. First, you can include this: enhancing teaching practice through co-curricular activities. Identify the co-curricular or extracurricular organization or activity that you participated in. Then, sharing knowledge and enhancing teaching practice. Explain how your participation allowed you to share your knowledge and enhance your teaching practice. Then, third, contributions to professional development. Discuss specific ways in which your membership or participation contributed to your professional development. Then, skills, experiences, and insights. Highlight the skills, experiences, or insights gained through your involvement in the organization or activity. And the last one, positive influence on your teaching practice. You are going to emphasize how these experiences have positively influenced your teaching practice and benefited your students. Here is a sample reflection that can give you ideas in answering the question on your own. Thank you for joining me today as we explore the teacher reflection form for Deped Ranking of Teacher 1 applicants. I hope that this video has provided valuable insights and guidance for all aspiring teachers who are going through the application process. Thank you once again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content like this. So, until next time, keep inspiring and making a difference in the lives of your students.